Please excuse me for not actually having uploaded a video in a while. I'm doing this over my mobile phone, so I'm trying to figure out which way is the best angle to actually look at while I record this. And I figured, heck, you know what? Let me hold it this way. Since this is, I hit the 1K. I mean, like, I'm extremely happy. I hit the 1K, and I figured, you know what? Let's try it out and make a live. And even though I don't expect so many people to be dropping in right now, and if by chance someone actually does drop in, the more the merrier. If not, I'm gonna leave it on there so then basically anyone who actually is subscribed to my channel can actually stop in and have a look and see what's going on. So yeah, what I want to do actually right now for my very first live. Wow, wow. I mean, like I've been doing this for a while on my Instagram feed. Gains of Morph, good evening. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing this over my mobile phone. This is something, an improv that I actually did. Um, like I said, I'm super excited. I reached the 1K subs. Deli Tarantula girl, Marita, good evening. How are you? The Silver Fox is on tonight. Yes. Anyway, I just basically wanted to take advantage because, like I said, I just hit the 1K. And one of the perks that I actually can do with the 1K is I can actually do a live on my Facebook. I mean, not my Facebook, my YouTube. Hey, Mari, how are you? Good evening, Shirley. Good evening. How are you? Thank you very much. Like I said, this is just an improv thing, but I just wanted to show a few things. Like I said, it's the first live that I'm doing over my mobile phone. I mean, like heck, I could do it on my PC, but I mean, like this is a big milestone. Just being able to do this. PD Reptiles, good evening. How are you? Um, I know in one time, as a matter of fact, I think in Marita's and John Feely's channel, I was talking about issues about racks and not having the ability to get basically most of the racks down here. CNC, good evening. How are you? Michelle, yeah, boy. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, something real quick that I wanted to show out is this is what I call my workroom. This is my workroom, and I just wanted to do like a quick pan around, basically so you can see this. Let's see. This is basically my baby area. This is the designated baby area. I already got my breeding chart here that I'm actually working with the follicles. I did get an ultrasound machine from Ricardo from Breeding Cycles. I had some problems with that machine, but Ricardo has been real good with me. I had to actually send it back to China. Oh my goodness. Still recording you. Still recording. I'll call you back if you don't reply to this live. But I'll talk to you in a second. So anyway, yeah, I had that problem with the ultrasound machine. I had to ship it back to China, and that's a great thing, basically about yeah, Revenge. I'm a big '80s fan, just in case as most of you guys didn't know, and I do a lot of movie references. What you did here was Revenge of the Nerds. You know, that's my go-to ringtone. So going back, like I said, I got that ultrasound machine. I had some issues with it. Ricardo from Breeder Circle, he really helped me out. He got a return label. I sent it back to China, and they already got it. So I'm basically waiting for them to ship it back to me, so I can actually keep up with the development on my females, just to see, you know, what I'm gonna have so far. And something that I was mentioning, basically, it is expensive being down here. I mean, like, if you're in this hobby, especially where I am here in Puerto Rico, it's because you love it. You love it and you like the things that you're doing. And right here, let's see, you can't see too much there, but basically, those are new tubs. These are tubs that I actually got from Red Top Basics. I believe they're the VE11 quarts. The VE11 quarts. So, I got 40 of them. And that was the issue that I was talking about. DEA, how are you? That was the issue that I was talking about earlier about the cost effective to actually trying to import an ARS or Freedom Breeder. It's twice the cost of the rack. So, for example, Freedom Breeder will run around $3,000. It'll take me another $3,000 additionally just to have that shipped. And just to give you the perfect example, I got these tubs. These are VE 11 quarts. Um, and I got 40 tubs. 40 tubs ran up to basically $246. Shipping it here to Puerto Rico, it charged me about $231. So basically, going back to that, it was double the cost. Iron Dog, congratulations on your 1K reaching. Also, I mean, like me and you, we got to celebrate this. But yeah, but like I said, here specifically, if you're in here and you're investing that much, it's because you like it. You really do like it. And oh my God, I'm doing this crazy close up. But you know what? Let me just show you some cool snakes. This is something I picked up from Bob Vu. This is something I picked up from Bob Vu, and I just fed him right now. And I actually can't wait to get this guy in that new quart. Let me see if I could change this around. Okay, right here we have a red striped clown male, and yeah, I got big plans for this guy. Actually, it's too early. I mean, like I really don't believe I'll be able to use him this breeding season, but for next season he will be going. I have like I at least around 20 females that are head clowns and some visual clowns that's gonna go to him. So, and this is the other cool thing. You know, a lot of times I'm talking about that I run on ambient heat. Okay, this is the ambient temperature right now. It's 65 basically the humidity percent, but it's 87 degrees. At night it dips down to 79. So for the very, very first time, something I've never actually had to do, I had to put heat tape on my hatchling rack. So this is the very, very first time, and I got set it basically at 88 degrees. Oh snap, look who it is, Gomez. Yeah, you know I'm in here. So yeah, I'm just doing a live because this is the very first time that I actually got the 1K subscribers that I can actually do lives on my YouTube channel. Let me show you something that I hatched out recently. This is my very first dreamsicle. I didn't get a chance to actually show them before because I'm very, very hesitant of actually waiting until it's completed with its meals. And as soon as it completes its meals, then basically I'll take better pictures and videos of it. But this is my male dreamsicle, and believe it or not, it was the only one that I actually hatched. I mean, like, I got a few cool ones. As a matter of fact, I got triple hets. I got triple het lavender clown pieds. And this is a special pickup. I'm waiting basically until I actually do that unboxing. But this animal, I'm getting it from Shane from Small Town Exotics. That's a new add into my collection. So hopefully that's something cool I'm going to be picking up. And you show this guy real quick because I love him so much. That is my pastel gravel 100% Hetford clown. So this season, I'm hoping for some pastel NG gravel clowns. That's what I'm working with. So this male, I'm trying to see if anything, I'll be able to get him up to breeding weight. My goal is by March. By March is, and I know this guy wants to take a bite out of me because I just fed the red stripe. But my goal with this one is basically have him ready. And he's a big guy. He really is a big guy. So my goal for this one, Interstellar, good evening, how are you? Yes, again, like I said, this is the very, very first time I'm doing a live on my YouTube channel. But I wanted to have something up there because honestly, it's been a while since I had a chance to actually upload something. So yeah, just basically, I just wanted to do a quick run around. Like I said, I got my new tubs. This weekend, I'm working with someone that I actually have to drop off those tubs so he can build those new racks. So it's going to be basically it's going to be a 40 tower rack. So it's the way that I wanted it specifically. It's going to be basically black. It's going to be 20 on one tower and 20 on the other, and that's basically the idea that I'm working with. Already done, Chris. You and Justin have trained me some. You know what? It's funny because I've watched that video that Miguel and Chris did the other day. I mean Miguel and Justin did, but the Q&A. I love that. And just really quickly, this is my adult room. This is the adult room. This is basically where I have all the breedings. The idea that I have specifically for this room is I'm replacing the whole racks. The whole racks they're going to be gone. Eventually, what I plan to do is I expect to get some. I'm going back with Freedom Breeder. If any, not Freedom Breeder, I'm not too sure because I haven't actually decided which one. It's a toss up between Freedom Breeder, the ARS, or Reptile Basics. But what I'm looking for is the 43 quart tubs, and then again building the rack on that. And also it's gonna be black. It's gonna be black. So basically, I want it to be uniformed with the other one. Yeah, I know it's a long time, and this is the other thing that basically that I just wanted to put out there. I've been actually using Instagram. I've been using Instagram as a training ground for me actually to get back to working with my channel, working with my channel. Um, and Shane, I love you very much. Shane is my go-to guy. Um, Shane's, he's helping me out with my Instagram and doing my live videos on there once a week. And I haven't actually been that much active on YouTube because that's something that I firmly believe is that when you're making videos on YouTube, you got to be extremely passionate because you got to show what you believe in. I mean, like if it's the reptile, if it's the project, because the idea out of everything is you want to motivate so many people. You want to motivate people so they can actually, fuel off your own motivation and see the joy. And there's a lot of people that are starting out with basic combos or basic collection. And sometimes they look at the big breeders and they see it's like it's unattainable just to reach that level or even go into an expo. And I want to say open heartedly that there's a lot of great people in this hobby and great breeders that's so incredible and they're so approachable and so friendly that's a benefit that not too many people see because they stop with one or two snakes. But when you get into this a little bit more, you start going to expos, you start meeting all these great people, you start communicating with a lot of friends, then it actually fuels more the passion that you have working with reptiles. And that's something that I found. Now, me personally, I mean, like, I feel like the beginning of the year, I was killing it. As a matter of fact, when I finished last season, I felt really good with everything that I was producing. But at the beginning of the year, I had a very tragic event that I lost my daughter. And for those of you who have been in my channel before, because I did have a previous channel, um, when I reached 1,000 on that other channel, I was like really excited, and I read a letter that my daughter had written me, and it was very emotional because it was about all this. It was about the snakes and the reptiles, and I was happy that she was excited that I was doing it. As a matter of fact, heck, she would always know me in my snake area, in my snake room. I'd be basically sitting behind the computer, working breeding plans and working different things. And every time she would visit, well, basically, this is where she would know me. And she would always tell me, like, for example, she would love to visit me. She would open the racks. She would even say that, Dad, are these things going to be for me one day? And I was like, of course, because if anything, I mean, like, heck, being able to start something that my children can continue on, because it takes a lot of work actually to get to a certain degree of reptiles and transmitting that passion to see that they wanted to continue it. Because like I said, if I can have a triple recessive already for the next generation to work on, that's great. But going back to this, like I said, since I've had that tragic event with my daughter, I haven't found that passion because, like I said, if anything, it has to be like a real passion that you want to transmit to other people to show the incredible things that you're doing. And off and on, you'll see me a lot doing collaborations with the Four Horsemen's. Um, because like I said, they're my brothers and everything. And every time they pull me to the side, they say, "Listen, can we do a collabs?" I'll I'll always work beyond anything just to be able to participate in most of that. And but when it comes to myself, I'm still working extremely hard to basically overcome that. And it's funny because I mentioned it to Richard, a Predator BP. I said, if anything, I mean, like I might have to take an absence from all this, but within that time, I'll keep working with my collections, and maybe by the time I have the strength to come back and do more videos, I'll have a lot of cooler things to show. Um, but then again, I don't want to basically a lot of people just drop off the, I don't want to, for all those people that actually have been following me and all that stuff, and, just to know that I am, as much as I can, being very, very active in all this. Um, but yeah, like I said, it's going to be an interesting season of actually working out. I wanted to at least take the time and, I hit the 1K. Heck, I'm excited. I got some cool things that I really want to do because I want to do a giveaway. Um, I'm trying to get everything together. I want to do like a care package, if you would say. My way of saying thank you for those people that actually, supported me during the journey of everything and, reached out and stuff. And also, I always feel that I have to give back to the community because honestly, I've gotten so much from the community. And even through the hardest times and stuff, I still got good people like Shane and some other great people, Earl, um, Richard, Heck, Gomez is another good guy. um, Hector Torres from Honey Reptiles. I mean, like, there's so many great people out there that they'll reach out. They'll reach out and stuff like that. And they'll always check out. And obviously, CNC, I love you, to pieces. You and your daughter, you inspire me so much, and I love seeing that father-daughter thing. I mean, like, heck. And like I said, my go-to is the Instagram. I use the Instagram a lot every week, and with there, I build up the courage, and I'll just go out with Shane, and we just start talking, whatever it is about ball pythons. But yeah, a lot of times, for example, if you're ever gonna see my videos and stuff like that, you always see that I have the picture of my daughter, and the last letter that she wrote that I wrote at one time, I have it up there. And these are things that basically, every time I come into the room and I start working a project, I always feel like, she's always watching over me. So, these are things that I'm working on. I'm really am working on to basically, overcome that grief and try to show a little bit of passion that what this hobby deserves. Because like I said, I met a lot of credible people. I love the projects that I'm working with. I lost a lot of interest, to be honest with you, because of what I've been going through. And it's a process. It's a process and stuff. And the only thing I can actually say is I want to keep putting my grain of salt into this hobby because it really is a good one. It really is a good one. And if whatever I can actually show as a project or whatever I produce, starting from the simplest things, if it can inspire someone to basically start a collection of their own or even go make a YouTube channel about it, so be it. I mean, like that's the purpose of all this, just basically paying it forward whatever way you can. And inspiring those new people because if anything, this hobby it's groundwork, it's pillars, it's cement is really based on the new people that's coming into the hobby. Because we do have our longtime breeders that's in there, our diehard breeders and stuff. But it's the new guys that are coming in that basically makes a difference and is what actually continues building this. And this doesn't turn out to be one of those pet rock hobbies of the 80s. It becomes a lot more than that. But anyway, guys, again, I didn't show a lot of snakes. I just wanted to take advantage of that 1K threshold that YouTube gives you to actually do a live on my channel for the very first time. And I promise that, the contents will be coming. And like I said, The breeding season is just starting. There's a lot of things that I like to share and basically just open up about a lot of certain things and everything. But um, out of everything, I just want to say, guys, thank you very much for helping me reach that 1K. Um, it does mean a lot to me, just to the point that I have 1,000 more friends. You know, it's not about anything else. It's just basically I got a lot more friends, and those are the things that you look forward to when you're, you know, when you're down in your worst. Usually, you're the guys that that always helps, you know, try to make a bad situation, if anything, a lot more bearable than basically me being just, lost in grief and just giving up on all this. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Again, this just was an improv. I was trying out the 1K thing. Have a safe and blessed season, and have a good night.